Hey everyone! Happy Tuesday and happy 1 week of December Daily. How is everyone doing today? I'm just going to make sure that my YouTube live is working. It looks like it's just loading here. And let me see. Okay, it looks like we're live. Can everyone hear me? Hi. How has everyone's first week of December daily been? Have you guys all been having fun scrapbooking your events and things? I've been having a lot of fun with my pages and slightly behind because I am working on day 5 or day 6 today, but I'm looking forward to that and not really that concerned about being a bit behind. It's really hard for weekends for me because I go to Edmonton and I visit with family and friends, and then I take a lot of photos, and then it's just like I have no time to scrapbook all these photos, and I want to include everything in them. And then, so of course, I want to make interactive pages. But anyways, before we get started, one of my subscribers, Cody, had requested that I do a quick look at the Olympia ink from Ali Edwards and see how that goes with the kit contents. Hey, Kat. Yes. Currently on day 4. Yeah. I'll have to agree. And you have a kid too. Like I can't imagine with kids how that must affect your workflow as well, because they pretty much demand your every waking moment's attention sometimes. I don't have kids, and yet I really find it hard to work on this every day. So it's all right. We can all get through this. You know, even if it's next year, it'll be done sometime. Just maybe not in December, and that's okay with me. So I'm going to quickly turn this camera around, and then I'm going to show how the Olympia ink compares with the colors of the kits quickly before I move on to today's process video. So just turn this around here, turn that around, zoom in a tiny bit. Oops, that's too much. Sorry about that. Okay. So I have all of Ali's inks swatched here. And this is the Olympia ink, and this is the Mackenzie ink. So they are kind of like a similar tone, but this is a bit lighter and this is a bit darker. So I'll just show how these compare against the papers in the kit. And hopefully this helps anyone who is interested in seeing that. I did do a comparison with some ink recommendations for the Christmas ink bundle, but we didn't get, as part of the December Daily Creative Team, we didn't get the regular inks, of course, because there's like this many inks. So we only got the Christmas ones. And so I had to wait like another month after I made my video before I could swatch these ones. So, to me, I feel like the Mackenzie ink matches a bit closer to this one. This one here to me looks a bit more bluish in tone, and this one to me looks a bit truer to the color in the pattern paper here. That being said, let's look at a couple of other options here. Yeah, so like for me personally, I would probably go with the Mackenzie instead of the Olympia. But if you have more cooler toned papers, or like if you're printing out digitals and that prints out a bit cooler toned, then you might want to go with the Olympia instead. And like the Olympia does look really nice against these. You can see some of the bluer toned floral leaves and other things there. So just depends on what look you're going for, I think. And I think the Olympia would look nice as well with the In a Creative Bubble papers. let me just see if there are any that I can quickly do a comparison with. Yeah, so for me, I feel like the Olympia color looks a bit closer to the green in the Creative bubble. But they're kind of a bit similar. I would say both of them would be okay with the Creative bubble set. So I hope that helps anyone who is wondering about that. Good evening, Joanne. Just talking about how you guys are finding December daily, like how the first week has gone for you guys. So I'll quickly clean this up and we will move on to my unbox of day 7. So just a disclaimer that I have looked at, yeah, Kat, they do look quite similar. Even like, I think you can kind of tell the difference on the camera screen here, in that this is a bit lighter and a bit more bluish in tone, and this is a bit darker. But honestly, like if I were only to get one of them, I probably wouldn't care which one I got. This one looks a bit chalky to me, and I don't personally like more chalky inks, so I probably would personally pick the Mackenzie one, but yeah, really you can do with either, and I think that would be fine. Right. So I was saying that I have watched the video of the unboxing of this entire December daily advent calendar. Now that was back in, I think it was like 2 months ago when Ali did that. So I don't remember exactly what day came with what sticker. I just wanted to look at the unboxing to just make sure there wasn't anything like decorating the tree, and that would be like the only sticker that day. Would clearly not work for this type of video. But basically, I'm going to open this up and use whatever is in here to try to make a page, plus, you know, other things. So do any of you have this advent calendar, and do you know what is in here? Because there might be spoilers if you haven't opened this yet. So it feels like kind of glossy. It's definitely like a flat thing. Let me see. Oh, okay. So we get kind of like short versions of these banners. I like that. So these are kind of like, just for reference, these are the ones that came in the main kit. So these are quite a bit longer. And these are a bit smaller, which I think will look nice on my photos. So let's get started with that then. So I had kind of 2 spreads that I was thinking of doing, and depending on how the stickers were, I was going to do one or the other. And I'll tell you what I have in mind for my spreads. So I just finished uploading day 4 yesterday evening. So that should have been on my YouTube channel this morning. So I have day 5 and day 6 to work on. And my plan for day, let's see. Yes. So this was day 4. And this is day 5. And for day 5, I have a whole pile of ephemera bits from our trip up to Edmonton that I collected over the day, and not a lot of photos. But I think this would look nice with labeling some of the ephemera bits that I have. Naughty list, Grinch before Christmas. Yeah, so some of these sentiments might not be as applicable, but I was thinking maybe I can use these as kind of like washi tape strips to kind of tie everything together, because the elements aren't really like, because there's stuff that I collected throughout the day, so they're not really like Christmas themed or Christmas related. So I'll just show you what I have. So I was going to use this plastic pouch here to hold all my stuff. We've been playing an escape game, not really like an escape game. It's kind of like a cooperative board game, but like in the middle of the game, someone is the traitor. If you guys have heard of Betrayal, and we're playing the Betrayal Legacy version. So it's where you have like tiles that are added as the game progresses. Like, so you'll play like one game, which is like 2 hours long, and something will happen during that will cause you to add or remove some cards. And so this is the tile plank that those little cards came punched out of. So I was thinking maybe I could do like 2 of them and put photos in. And that came from that game as well. I have a tea bag. I have some receipts from, this was from Dim Sum in the morning. And this was from my trip to Scrap and Bean. I went out and got this tag press. And this is the packaging that came with that. And then they gave us these $1 scrapbooks that you could use at the scrapbook store as well. And I think maybe I'll sacrifice one to use in my December daily album. And then I have a receipt from Five Guys Burgers. I think you guys have that in the States, those of you who are in the States. It's like a burger and fries chain. And I also have a cup from there. So I was planning on putting together some sort of like ephemera package. And then on this page, either printing out like a large photo or potentially stamping out a quote or something like that. So this could potentially help tie in all of these elements together. Or alternately, these quotes and sayings here might be better suited for my Christmas tree decorating page. So that would be day 6. Yes, because this was day 5. So for my Christmas tree page, I was planning on, because a lot of the photos are vertical, I've printed them down to kind of like 3 inches by 8 inches. And I was planning on making kind of like a slide out for like a triple slide out, I guess, like where you have like windows and then you have slide outs that you can pull the photos out of. So I have those 2 ideas in mind. What do you guys think I should do with this? What do you think this would go better with? I'll give you guys a chance to think and maybe answer. And if not, then I'll sit here and think for a bit and decide what I want to do. I'm just going to go grab my photos. So just for reference, these are the photos that I've printed out for decorating the Christmas tree. There's not a whole lot, but I think my boyfriend will be sending me a couple more. And then these are the photos that I've printed out for the ephemera day. And it's just primarily photos of the board game that we were playing. Decor. All right, I will go ahead and do that then and see how that turns out. So I'm going to start off by cutting out these photos. Now, I might want to leave a bit of a border around because I don't know if I'm going to back this onto some cardstock or if I'm just going to have them as little pullouts. But my idea was that I'm going to use the 3x8 transparencies as little windows so that you can kind of see the photos, but you have to pull them out before you can see the full ones. And I haven't done my journaling yet. The way that I usually do my spreads is like I do everything else and then the journaling last. And the journaling just kind of like goes wherever I have room. As you can see, I'm not really like a story focused, like I'm not really like a words focused scrapbooker. I'm more like pictures and interactive elements and fancy paper. So the words just kind of go wherever they go. Love to see the second page idea. Yeah, I think these stickers, like, you could layer a couple on. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Amber. I'm gonna go with that. And then the other page I'll do at some other point in time off camera, and you guys will get to see how that turns out as well. But I probably won't film that one. So these photos I've printed out at 3¼ inches wide by 7½ inches tall. And I was thinking I could have like 3 slide outs. I might have to cut the borders off of these. And I might have to do stitching as well, because I don't think I'll be able to get the hinges in that I usually do for making my pockets. And I do have a sewing machine now, and I have used it to make cards. I haven't used it on any scrapbooking pages yet, so that will be exciting to try, but probably I don't think I'll be able to do that on camera. I think because this will only be like my second time threading the machine, I think I'll leave that to do off camera. And then I was trying to print out, I'll show you guys this as well. I was trying to print out the bokeh effect of this Christmas tree, which I've captured on camera, and I was trying to print that out on vellum, but it smudged a bit, and I'm not really sure, because I have printed on vellum with this printer before. So I'm not sure if it was like a problem with my connection, because my internet's been spotty. But I might try and print that out again at some point in time and finish the page off that way. So we might not get the entire process video for this part, but I'll definitely post pictures as well on Instagram when I'm done my page, so you guys can see how this turns out. And I'm sorry about the noisiness of this. Probably is creating a bit of noise, but I feel like I have to do this. Otherwise it will just bug me. For those of you who have gotten the 10x8 album, how are you liking that size? Because I'm really loving the 10x8. I feel like I'm able to include a lot of photos, but I don't find it overwhelming, which I thought, like, that was one of my worries, was that I might find it overwhelming, the need to fill up like this much space every day. But I feel like on days where I want to have less photos, I can just work on one side of the page and not worry about, you know, having to fill up 2 sides. Yeah, Amber, I'm finding that as well, that I'm really having to think about it a bit more and plan out my pages. And then especially like working ahead like I am right now. It's like, well, I have to keep in mind that, so this is going to be for like a photo for my ephemera page, and then I'm going to have the pocket here, and then this is going to be my other page. In fact, that means I can move this somewhere else so that it's not in the way. Whereas if I were working in like a 5x8 album, usually I would do both of the pages in one day. So then it wouldn't really matter if I worked in advance, because they would both be just for the one day. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of pattern paper. I was thinking about the one with the trees on it. That looks like messy trees. And that is going to be what I'm going to cut the windows out of. This one here. Is this tall enough? Yes, it is. I've kind of been cheating and mostly using the digitals for the pattern papers so far, because I've been kind of hoarding the pattern papers that came in the main kit and the add-on kit. They just feel like really nice. And I use the accent white cardstock sometimes if I'm being cheap, and then Nina if I'm wanting something more expensive. So this is like a really nice weight that I'm going to use this. Yes. So I want to cut this down. I'm probably going to leave a bit of space for the holes. Maybe cut it about 10.5 inches. Yeah, Amber, I totally, yeah. It's like such a first world problem too, like, and it's such a scrapbooker problem. I think I want it to be 8 inches tall. 8 inches tall. And even these tiny scraps I've been saving and making origami stars out of. I have a few here that I've made. Eventually I will fill this up and turn on the light inside, and it will make a nice decoration, but I don't have the time to be sitting there making a bunch of stars right now. It's mostly just when I have a bit of spare time, like in between doing things and waiting for things. Okay, so I want there to be 3 windows on this page. And that means I have to flip this around and do some markings with a pencil. But I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying this new 10x8 size. Yeah, I'm finding it to be very freeing in a creative way as well. So I'm going to give myself about 3/8 of an inch and then do 3 inches from that. So there, 1, 2, 3, there. And then I'm going to stitch along that side there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And I love, if you guys are looking for a ruler, I love this one. I broke it accidentally on this edge, but I'm still like, I still love this ruler, because every one of these grid marks is like 1/4 of an inch, and then these lines in between is 1/8 of an inch. So it just makes it so much easier when I'm trying to line things up, and even like when I want to get this line straight at a 90-degree angle with the rest of the page, I can see just with these little marks here that I have this square to the rest of the page. So I find it really helpful, especially when I'm trying to measure things out with all my interactive pages. This ruler is from Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz Ideology. He does still sell this, and it's, I don't think it was very expensive when I got it. And I think I just got mine from Michael's, actually. You know what? I do actually have grid marks on this white surface that I'm working on too, so I can probably use those as well. I'm also a bit paranoid right now that I want to make these lines straight. Oh, hi Jen. Hi Etienne. Yes, this ruler is absolutely very helpful to have. Someone made a comment as well on my last video that when I'm working on a white surface, it's hard to see. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. If not, just let me know and I will get out something different to work on. Oh, nice, Ro. Yeah. I'm gonna draw this line like this. Crafty friends are such enablers, hey? Okay, so I want there to be 3/8 of an inch. Wait, which one is the, okay, this is still the bottom, okay. So 3/8 of an inch is approximately, see, my lines have kind of rubbed off, so I can't see where that 3/8 of an inch mark is, but like, let's say I wanted a line like half an inch from the bottom, right? So I would just line it up with, this is 1/4 of an inch, this is half an inch. So I would just line it up with like here and then draw a line. You know what? Maybe I'll do that because I'm too lazy to try to measure out the right amount. And that still looks okay. And do same over here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to cut off this section, and then this section. And then I'm going to sew this down. Sticker paper for journaling. Yes, sticker paper. You must have sticker paper for journaling. I've been, like, that has been one of my life-saving tips for like saving on printing on journaling cards, because I was always like really bad at printing on journaling cards. So what I'm doing here is I have the Fiskars paper trimmer, which has like, you guys probably have seen these, but they have this little notch here that shows where the blade is supposed to be cutting. So I'm just lining up this line on my track here using that guide, and then I'm placing the blade right where so that this little mark lines up with my pencil mark. And so when I cut this down, it will only cut that there. Yeah, so the types that I've used, I've done a video on this, but the types that I use are the Neato for glossy. That's Neato. And I use the Mako brand for their matte. That's Maco. And the reason why I have both the matte and the glossy is because, sorry about my hair as well. Sometimes I think my hair gets into the video frame. But the reason why I like both the glossy and the matte is because I use matte for like journaling cards and surfaces that are matte, as well as like vellum surfaces. So like, for example, I printed off some journaling to go on one of the shaker vellum tags that came in this year's December daily kit. And I use the glossy for like if I want to add journaling onto glossy photo paper or on acetate surfaces. So I find that really helpful. Okay. Yeah, and on prepped pages too. Especially because like I just don't have like the foresight to measure out like pre-plan my journaling before I make my pages. Like the journaling is always an afterthought for me. And that's just how I function as a scrapbooker. So it's really helpful. Like once I'm done a page, I just go and I print my journaling on some clear sticker paper. Like I measure out how much room I have left on my page. And then I just print out the clear sticker paper and stick that in. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. I just changed out my blade for this cutting blade yesterday. So this is like a brand new cutting blade and it is so nice. I don't know about you, but I get like one of my pet peeves is when I have a paper trimmer that is dull and the blade is dull and then it leaves like little fuzzy bits all over the edge. That is just one of my pet peeves. Okay, I think I'm done. And of course I'll save all of these panels for another day as well. Oh, you can't really see the trees. Oh well. I thought they would be like a bit more staggered, and then so you could maybe see like a tree peeking out like there and one there, but that's fine, you know, that works well for me. Okay, so that was great. So this will go on here like so. I'll line it up against this edge and the bottom edge. And then there will just be a bit of the top showing through because I will want to probably add maybe like a notch or something so that I can pull things out of. And I was planning on backing these with the 3x8 transparencies, which are just behind here. Let me see. Okay. So like this, not this one. Not that one. Yeah, maybe. I think I want one of the quote ones to go in the center. Maybe that one. That looks cute. And maybe a green one. I like how that looks. And then so my photos would just come out from behind and pull out. And I'll do some embellishing on here as well, maybe with these, maybe with something else. Yeah, I like the quote one in the middle. What about this quote one? But then that's red and I'll have to find a different color to use on the other sides. Yeah, I think those three will be the ones. Let's try it just because I can. So then this would go here, and then maybe this would go here. I don't like that as much. It does have like a lighter feel, but my photos are kind of dark, so I feel like it would be, I kind of like this one better. So this one, oops, is this one and this one like that. And I think it might be tight in terms of like, and that's why I wanted to do stitching on here instead of doing my usual hinges for the pockets, because I don't feel like I'd be able to get a hinge that thin and have that be stable. I think the stitching will probably be a better idea. So let's do that. And then in terms of the photos, I think my original plan had been to use these and make them into tags, kind of like going out from here, but I don't think I'll be able to handle that much bulk because this is thicker. Well, if I just have one, And then I do, and then there's the holes there too. So yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just do plain white cardstock, which I have lots of scraps. So let's see if these fit. That fits. This one fits. We'll do two. So I will wait for my boyfriend to send me another photo of me. Then is this? Yeah, I'll have to trim that down a bit, I think, for that to fit. And then this one will go in the middle with my journaling on the back. Just find some white cardstock for that. There we go. Okay. So now I have to decide how much I want to cut off from these. These don't have a backing, right? No, they don't have a backing. They might. Yes, stitching will look nice if I can get it on straight. I've only ever stitched once, and that was on some Christmas cards, and it turned out okay. But I'm a bit apprehensive about doing that on camera, so I will probably leave that part until I'm off screen, unfortunately. So you probably won't be able to see me do that. Does this not have a backing on this? It does look like it has a bit of a coating, so I would be surprised if this doesn't have a backing. I'm going to try again. If someone knows for sure that these don't have backings on them, please let me know. Otherwise, I might be here for a while. Maybe they don't. Oh, wait. Wait. Aha. I got it. So that was definitely an ordeal. But yeah, it does look a lot nicer without the backing. So I'm gonna have to do that with my other ones now. What are you guys up to tonight? Yeah, Kat, I just find that it makes it look a bit clearer. And then because sometimes the backing on these will kind of have scratch marks on them already. Like this one isn't so bad. But the other one, like when I flipped it over, I could tell that there was a backing just because there were so many scratch marks on it. This one, I can't really tell, so maybe I'll leave that one on. And then this one, I also can't really tell. I wonder if it's just the ones with the foiling on them. Is that a thing? Because this definitely feels like now the backing on this one feels similar to the backing on this one, and I haven't peeled anything off this yet. So maybe that is the key, is that only the ones that have foiling have backing on them. I'm finding it too hard to tell with this, so I'm just going to leave it if there is a backing. All right. So this has to be centered, like so. I'm probably going to use 1/8 of an inch score tape, and that hopefully will not jam up the sewing machine. So I want this to be right there, I think. I'm also very indecisive about things. Maybe I'll cut off like 1/8 of an inch on either side, and then I'll cut off 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom. Maybe I'll cut off a bit more than 1/8 of an inch. Like if I do 3/16, I think that will be okay. And then what did I say for the top and the bottom now? I can't remember. Okay, so this was okay. And then I have to cut off, yeah, 1/2 inch. Oh, what's going on? Currently watching a baby sleeping on a monitor. Oh, yes, cat, definitely. Yeah. Wishing you the best of crafting times right now while baby is napping. So that should fit. Yes, it does fit. Okay. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so now all I have to do is cut the other ones to that same size. So this is going to be 7 1/4 inches by 3 3/8 of an inch. 7 1/4. I should cut off the side with the holes, yes. 1 2 3/8. One, 2 3/8. All right. So I want this there, and then this one in the center. Let's do the centerpiece first. That's the one that I need to line up most. And I'm just going to apply, this is just 1/8 inch score tape. I'll apply that all the way around this frame. I hope I have more score tape in my drawer. I make sure to stock up on the 3/8 of an inch because I use that one more often, but let me see. Oh yeah, I have some. And I just love using score tape. This is my favorite adhesive for working on interactive pages because it's just very sturdy and very easy to work with. The 3/8 inch size is also Suk Wang, or wherever you get your score tape from. So the reason why I like to use the 3/8 inch score tape is because if you're having, like if your marks are, like if your hinges are 1/2 inch wide, then the 3/8 inch fits in pretty well and doesn't like you don't run into the risk of like accidentally overhanging the score tape. So that's why I like 3/8 inch better than the 1/2 inch. But if you have 1/2 inch, it, you know, does the same type of thing. I have to make sure my trees are in the right way. Orientation before I do that. And yes, score tape is one of my best friends when it comes to crafting. I won't say it's my best friend because I have many friends. I like my paper trimmer. I like my scoreboard. It's definitely at the top of the list for sure. Make sure this is lined up. Oops. Make sure that the holes aren't exposed. And that should be good. Yay! It worked. Okay. And then the transparency will also give it a bit more stability as well. I feel like had I used the vellum here, it would have been maybe a bit too flimsy to be a functioning pocket page. So that's another consideration too. Thanks, Etienne. I hope the stitching will be okay. I think that's the part that I'm most apprehensive about. That and making sure that these photos will fit in. But I mean, like the photos, if they don't fit, then someone's head is going to get chopped off a bit more. Like I already had to cut Kevin's head off a bit here because this was like oh, hi, Crystal. This is so exciting. I'm sorry I haven't been to your lives. I just like the afternoon time is like usually when I'm at work. So it's a bit harder for me, but I'm very excited that you could be here. Yes, what was I saying? Right. Okay, so this was, yes, I did. This is what I'm working with. And I thought, I had a discussion with everyone who was here, and Amber thought these would look really nice with just like the size of the photos that I had. So I was either going to use these to kind of label all of my ephemera bits that I was going to use for my day 5 story, which was just like, you know, random stuff of life. And then these would kind of like tie all the colors together and make them, you know, somewhat December daily themed. But the phrases I feel like are a bit more suitable for this Christmas tree story. This is our first year with a full-size Christmas tree. So it was very, very exciting. I'm very excited to tell the story about going to Michael's and picking up this Christmas tree. We have a very small space that we're putting it in. Where did I put the score tape? Oh, they're here. So this is with the red. Okay. And the side faces down. Yes. Okay. And we went to Michael's and my boyfriend was super sweet. And like, you could tell that like, he wasn't really excited about it, but he was excited because I was excited. And I think that's just so sweet. There's another one. And last one here. So when we went to Michael's, well, whenever we go to Michael's together, which is not very often, but sometimes we do, I will make him get a Tomomano permanent adhesive tape runner refill for me. That's my preferred adhesive for, you know, just adhering photos down and things. So I go through that like crazy. And so of course, like when you go to Michael's, you have to use the 30% off one item coupon. And because I'm usually just by myself, then I can only get one of them. So whenever I have Kevin with me, I make him get one for me too. And he, the day that we went Christmas tree shopping, he was able to, he offered to get me one of the tape runner refills, but then he also paid for the Christmas tree, which I think was really sweet. I mean, like, it's not like, you know, crazy expensive or anything like that, but I still think, you know, like a super sweet thought. So this one will go here. Yes. So I am going to have to take an anti-static powder tool just because I do have some score tape that's exposed there. So I don't want that to stick to my photos that I'm going to be putting in and out of these pockets. So I'm going to have to powder those up. And make them not sticky. So if you guys ever have score tape that you put in a spot that you didn't need it to be, this works really well for just getting powder on that and making it not sticky anymore. Especially like in these spots where the hole punches are. I mean, that's probably where the stitching is going to go anyways, but I just don't want anything to get caught on that. And that's that. So now I am going to work out how wide of a photo mat I can get in here. And that might be hard to do without having done the stitching yet. First, let's punch some holes in the tops, and then we'll decide. Did you cut the file for the page yourself? I just, so what I did was I just drew lines, and then I cut using my paper trimmer. So I have this page here is just 1/2 inch shorter than the whole page itself. So I think this is 10.5 inches. Yeah. And then I just have 3/8 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, 3/8, 3/8, and then 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. And then I have 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. And then I just use my paper trimmer to cut along the pencil marks that I had made, which worked out okay, actually. What was I going to do? Right, punch holes. I feel like I get too easily distracted with these things. Okay, so this will just go, and I'll have a notch there. I think that should do it in terms of helping me pull things in and out, because I think the pockets are going to be quite tight just because I don't have a whole lot of room there. Like, I would probably only have 3¼ inches, and just barely. So the way that I like to make sure that my circles are centered is this also has like a centering mark as well. So if you're trying to find a center of something, like let's say I want to find the center of like from here to here, all you have to do is put this down and line it up such that you have, you know, like this is 1½ inches away and this is 1½ inches away, and the center is the 0 mark here. So just going to mark that with my pencil. I did have a pencil here earlier, guys. Here it is. Okay. It's there. So like I said, absolute favorite ruler ever. And right there. So then on this circle here, sometimes what I like to do is using a Sharpie pen that I have somewhere here. Yes. So if you mark down the center of where this is, like just on the plastic here, then you'll automatically know, like if you line that up with the tick mark here, that that is going to be centered. So that is the center there. Or you can use like a piece of washi tape or something and then just draw the mark on the washi tape maybe as well would work. And I'm not going to touch that until it's dry, but you can punch. And I think I'm only going to go up to there maybe. Just a small notch. Maybe a bit more on that. Oops. I probably could have gone a bit farther down, especially on this one here. Yeah, I think I'll go a bit more. I feel like this is like the equivalent of like cutting your own hair, you know, like when do you stop? Okay, I think I'm done. That's good. We'll brush these all out of the way. Etienne, yeah, I'm too much of a perfectionist slash like I'm too paranoid about things to do that. I just worry that I would get them all off center. Okay, so now that I have that done, we can cut our photo mats. Clean up that as well. I might save these just because I'm weird like that. All right, so I think, yeah, the maximum I can make the photo mats would be like 3 1/8 of an inch, maybe. So let's cut that first. Three and 1/8. 3 1/8. And 3 1/8. Yeah, I think that would work. I think there would be enough room. Again, it's like hard to tell before I do the stitching, but like if I had that one go there, like so it would be about there. And this one would be, oh yeah, that would be plenty of room, even factoring in the bulk of the thread. Yeah. If anything, those might be a bit too small. That's fine. So then these photos, I do have to trim down a tiny bit. I would probably trim them to about 2 7/8 of an inch wide. And that's just personal preference. I like to have about 1/8 of an inch around all the sides of my photos. Ooh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say? 2 7/8. Like there. Yeah. Okay. I can live with that. This might not work. Okay. Maybe have to trim off 1/8 of an inch on either side. Maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah. Just trim off a bit on either side and that will be fine. There we go. Another alternative is like you could definitely, like, instead of having these small skinny photos, you could do 2 normal sized photos. So like make one that's like a bit about 3 by 4, and then another one that's 3 by 4, and then just trim off some edges for on those, and that would work just fine too. Yeah, sure. So yeah, we have this tiny little pencil tree that is taller than I am, but is very, very skinny. And it works well for the corner of the room that we have it in. So now these photo flaps are probably, these photo mats are probably going to be like not that tall. Probably be like there. Yeah, I might just trim that down. Or I can have it overhanging the top edge like I did yesterday too, I think would be okay. Yeah, I think I'll just cut the tops straight off. So another possibility would have been if I had just adhered the photos back to back and then just used that as an insert. That would have been great as well. But I wasn't sure. The photo paper that I use is quite bendable, so I wasn't sure if that would have worked as well in terms of pulling things in and out. Oh, so how long is that? That is 7 3/4. Oh, Amber. Yeah, I was thinking about what Crystal had said one time actually about how like if you do a live video, then you technically like don't need to edit it before it goes live and post it on your feed. So I figured, I might as well do that. And I thought it would be fun to do the unboxing as well and kind of like figure out because like that can't be like pre-record. If you pre-record that, then people will think like, oh, you cheated and you like might have peeked and stuff. I mean, like I did peek before, but like I didn't know exactly what was going to be in today's advent calendar bag. So like all of this reaction and me coming up with these ideas. I mean, like this idea was premeditated and the photos were premeditated, but what I do with these are that's going to be authentic. Will this even still fit now? Yes, that actually looks really nice on that photo. So good job, team, for helping me through this. Okay, thoughts. I am going to use this. Yes. So this is the my preferred adhesive. This is the Tomo Mono permanent adhesive tape runner, and I love it. I just have to sit down when I'm doing this so that I can make sure that I don't get tape over the edges because that is very annoying. And then the sticker part will ironically be like the very last thing that I do on this video, so that's kind of funny. So I think I'll have 2 of me, 2 of my boyfriend, and then 2 of, like 1 of the Christmas tree, and then on the back side of that will be my journaling. So this one's for my boyfriend. And it was also kind of like a bit nerve-wracking as well, being like, what if I get stickers that I absolutely hate? I mean, I can't remember if there were any in the advent calendar that I disliked, but you always have that fear going into this that like stickers might not be anything that I might need right now. But that's why I had two ideas going into this to kind of audition in my mind and with you guys as well. That has just run out of tape. And I think that helped too in calming my nerves down. And yeah, the cardstock, I could have used like pattern paper, but I felt like that would be maybe a bit too busy. And that's just to provide a bit of extra stability for when I'm sliding these in and out. And also, it really is just like chatting with friends because you guys are all my friends. And it's very easy to talk with you guys. So thank you all for, you know, hanging out and watching me cut things and tape things. Okay, so now comes the fun part of decorating, minus the stitching, which I will do off screen once this video is done. This, I don't think I want a sticker on because it's already like quite thin and I don't want to cover up any of the tree or the painting there. So I might have like a title. In fact, I might have this one, the Believe in the Magic of Christmas, as a title, or This Christmas Feeling, and then just have my journaling there, and then maybe like one of these ones down here to kind of end the bottom of it. This one, I think I like this for this picture. And I think, because I had the idea of like layering them up together, so kind of like that. So let's see. I like this one. And they kind of have, I didn't notice this before, but they kind of have like this pinked edge. Do you guys see that? I think that's really cute actually. And I didn't notice that before. Ideally, if I had more room in my pocket, I think these would be really cool stapled on, but I don't want to have any extra bulk on my photos, just in case these pockets get really tight. So I will leave it like that. Have I been opening the Advent each day? Yes. Yes. We have the rest of all of the days here. I put the empty envelopes in the back just in case I want to do something with them. I liked, someone had the idea of storing numbers in these, which I think is really cool. I mean, I don't really have numbers that I have hoarded up. I guess like the red felt numbers I probably won't be using this year, but those won't fit. But like, for example, the wood veneer. Oh, I have to decide where I want my heart. So for each day, I've been doing one wood veneer piece and one plastic heart as like my focal point for my number to sit on. Is this a 6 or a 9? Is there a different... Okay, hang on. I feel like I'm distracted now. But yes, I've just been opening them one at a time. Okay, so they're the same. So if anyone's using these, there is a 6 and another 6, and they both look the same. And the 5 will go, maybe I'll set that aside for a future spread. I'll probably do tomorrow. Yeah. And I've been trying to open them like first thing in the morning so that as the day's going by, I can kind of think about crafting ideas associated with that item. I mean, I haven't used any of the other ones yet, but it's always like nice to think about, right? It's the thought that counts kind of thing. He is definitely not on the naughty list. This can be a December to remember. I like that. And the gray kind of goes with like the gray on his sweater. I think I'll layer it that way though, with the gray going like that. And then, yeah. So these banners are really cute. Like that. And then this one will be this Christmas feeling. And I will pair that with the green, I think, on that side. Yes. And some of these are not very straight on here, but that's okay. It's okay. There we go. And then, of course, I'll have, I mean, I don't think I will want the Grinch before coffee because I don't really drink coffee, and we're not on the naughty list, so I'm not going to use that one. And then that one is going to go on the back of this guy here, and then I'll have journaling there. So I might layer some on the photo that will be on the back of this, but maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Okay. Do I want any on here? I was going to add embellishments. What do I have here? Maybe we'll decide on where I want my heart first. I did buy 2 packs of these because I didn't want to run out of the ones that had no text on them, because like some of them, like this one here, you can layer the number over and that's fine, but some of them, like the stories one, obviously would not make sense if you did that. So I think I'm going to find one that can go in the middle one and then just have it on the bottom there. Maybe. No. I kind of like that. And these ones definitely have a backing on them. Yeah, I think I'll go with one with all of the colors in it so that it ties everything together, you know? Or a black one, maybe. No, I like the white one. Yes, always multicolor is a good option. These ones I've just been applying score tape onto the backs of. And of course, like hiding the number, hiding the score tape with the tape with the wood veneer number. So first I apply the number, and then I only apply score tape to the parts that are hidden behind the wood. People have been messaging me and my phone has been vibrating. So I don't know if you guys can hear the vibrations, but I'm really sorry if that sounds obnoxious on the video. So this one will be here. I might think about that. Maybe I'll put another heart down there. We did get, speaking of advent calendars, I'm assuming that you guys are caught up. We did get these ones, so I could maybe add one. Mind you, it is a bit smaller. So if I layer it on one of these, pink one or the polka dot one, maybe the polka dot one because it looks a bit more consistent with that. So if I did that there, and then put like the blue one on, or the teal one on. I kind of like the dark teal a bit better. Maybe the larger one. And maybe I don't have, I think I might have removed the backing on that one already. I guess another option would have been to add like a stripe going across and then adding one of the hearts on there like that. It might be too much. The one I'd be most interested in would be this one, to tie in the pattern from there and have it go, you know, like down and then across. But I think I'll pass on that and then just do the hearts. Those are done. That's good. And then just to prevent this page from getting too cluttered, I might just add one embellishment each on the center of these two areas. So what do I have here? That will work. More hearts, maybe. Heart. Heart. I wish they had more red ones, because I don't want it to say Merry Christmas or anything Christmas. Actually, I don't want it to have words at all. Never mind on the hearts. And this is where I'll probably spend, you know, like quite a bit of time picking out embellishments. I don't know about maybe the houses. What else do I have? Trees, no. I will try not to touch the camera. Ooh, these might be to have more wood. Not really feeling those. I think I want to find those canvas circles. Actually, I think those would look really nice. Or these stars. Or I could potentially just kind of scatter some stars around like that, like that. Maybe one here. And then have, would that look weird with the photo? I think that would look all right, actually. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then just kind of scatter in some more of those stars, these ones. I've already used up almost an entire sheet on Christmas cards, so that's slightly ridiculous. What do you guys think? Stars? This one maybe go there. That's what goes. Yeah, I think I like the stars. So we'll do that. Thank you, Kat. I like the stars as well. And then that way we're not adding like too much color was another thing that I wanted to avoid because I had the red and the green and the teal and the colors below that. So to try not to add too much color to this would be good too. And I don't mind if they kind of pop off the page too. The way it gives it a bit more dimension. Yeah, probably score tape for those too. Oops. And this year is my first year using felt ever, so I've just found that the score tape has been okay at adhering things down. I've heard that if you use liquid adhesive, it seeps through the felt, and I didn't want that to happen. But if you guys have any better ideas on how to adhere felt, just let me know as well. Thanks, Etienne. I was a bit worried about the red one because I, like making everything red toned, but I like that kind of peekaboo effect. And then with the embellishments, and then I'll have some maybe neutral ribbon up top to pull these out with. I think it'll tie everything together. Okay. Red line tape or staples. Amber, do you find the red line tape is actually better than score tape? Because I wondered that, and someone told me no. But I wouldn't be opposed to trying that out and just seeing for myself if it really does make a difference. Yes, you do find it different. Okay. I might have to pick some up then. My two things about the red line tape were that because it has a plastic backing, then it's like a bit harder to, like, you can't just rip it like I do with this score tape, which is why I like the score tape so much. And also because there's, like, I think a bit more plastic involved. I mean, with scrapbooking, it really isn't like the most environmentally friendly activity, I don't think. But yes, I might have to try that out then and see for myself. Is there a particular brand of red tape that you like? Which way did I have this? Oh, I think I had it like this. I think I want it like right there. American Crafts. Good to know. I'll have to look for that. Maybe scrapbook.com, hey? And stars, maybe like 2 here and then 2 there to make clusters of 3. Or Amazon. Okay, I'll check Amazon first, maybe. Okay, well, I'm done one complete sheet of these stars. I wish they sold just this outside of the star mini kit because I would totally buy more of these. I've just used so many up. And I think I'm done for the day. I mean, like, I will be doing the stitching, which will be nerve-wracking, and then I'll have to print out another photo for the back of this and decorate that. And then I'll have to print out my journaling and decorate that as well, and then maybe add some twine or some ribbon just coming out from the tops to help me pull out my tags a bit easier. But I'd say that's done. Another thing that I just realized looking at this page is I'm going to have to lift up these stars a bit to stitch. Or maybe I just stitch through them and that's fine. You know, that's just like more texture and dimension, right? Sure, we'll just say that. Thank you all so much for coming out and contributing to the crafty discussion. That's really like my favorite part of these crafty lives is having the discussions with you guys and seeing you guys talk to each other. So thank you all so much, and thanks for coming out. Have a great day. Bye.